Got his fingers hurt.
It's okay, you know what, that's, I can go with this. Okay.
Hey, there's my buddy. How are you?
Good.
How far are you? Dad?
Got like 2
Your dad?
Yep.
Get pepper sprayed yet?
Oh yeah. That's what I did.
I ate it all up. Oh, give me some more.
That was spicy.
It's working well.
New business, anyone have anything from the public to say that's not on the agenda?
Did you hit record? Did you hit record on me? Thank you, that's all I have to say.
Hearing none, resolution 2025-44 rescinding resolution 2025-30, purchase of the police squad.
Can I still speak, or is there, we passed that point?
Do you want to speak on something that's not on the agenda?
Oh, no, okay, keep going.
Okay.
Sorry, misunderstood.
So apparently the police squad car that we were gonna purchase from Kaiser is no longer available.
Correct.
So we had a resolution to accept that, and we're gonna have to rescind that now.
Right.
Also with the second one, 2025-45 is just an open resolution. I think, according to Dennis today, he won't get quotes back till after the next meeting, correct? It's gonna be pretty much so, the 17th at least, so we might as well just hold off and wait and see what we get for the following meeting. But
Can I ask a silly question? Is it necessary that it's, I mean, because now we're playing this game back and forth every time it cancels on us, that there's not a resolution where we can say not to exceed a certain dollar amount and let Dennis find the vehicle. Is that not prudent?
just having an open-ended,
Well, it's not really open-ended, we're just gonna, it's a maximum amount, because we keep doing this.
okay, it would have to be worded in the resolution as a maximum amount, not
Right.
to exceed,
Right,
and giving the authorization for the chief to make a call.
right. I mean, it's up to you, what do you think, Dennis? Is it third time's a charm, do you think we're gonna get it this time, or?
We'll order it, so we will get it.
And we weren't ordering the last ones?
Well, we were supposed to get one that was coming in off of an order that was existing, but the order wasn't filled completely, so we didn't get it.
Okay. So do you feel comfortable coming with the quote and everything the next time and we're good? Versus just saying not to exceed whatever our threshold was?
We'll know exactly what it is next time.
Okay, all right,
So,
never mind then.
so I guess I'll take a motion for resolution 2544 to rescind that previous purchase, to send that to council.
We're going to send resolution, request for approval of resolution 2025-44 to the city council.
Motion by Wired, second by Haslak. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Resolution 2545, as I stated, where we just had discussion on it, it's sort of open-ended, so I think we just wait until we actually have some quotes back and address it at that time. So,
Where we move to defer 2025-45 until we have updated information.
gotcha.
It's fine, I paused.
Motion by Wired, second by Haslak, for all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Item C, 2026 budget discussion, fire department lift chairs increase. Chad.
Oh, it's the lift chairs and life packs. So we were notified last week that Stryker and Life Pack are going to have an increase after the 15th of October on anything after October 15th, probably a 3% increase. So the question I had was, are we able to, which if we were to order it prior to that, we would have the added on number and not get it until 26. We want to get billed out until 26. But we would lock in that price before October 15th.
So the life pack and the stair chair?
Life pack and the stair chair. We got an email today saying it'd be roughly about 3% increase on their annual increase.
It's enough on 100 and...
On about 160.
60, yeah. Did they say anything about the maintenance contract that we haven't addressed yet?
The maintenance contract for the power chairs is 2 years and the life pack is 1 year included. So we're working on them to, with that, putting that price in with the purchase of it for additional years.
But we don't know what that's gonna flush out at.
Not yet, because they're working on like possibly up to a 5-year contract, but they're saying if we go up to a 5-year contract, then we give you a break on the years previous. But if we go year to year, it's going to be that 15,000, whatever we looked at before, that total number.
15,000 for the 5 years.
No, if we were to go year to year on all the service contract on all the equipment,
Okay.
it would be that, I think it was actually 17,000 a year,
Right.
something like that. And if we were to sign into a 5-year contract, they didn't give me the number of what it was. We're working on that to get that number with them, hopefully in the next few days.
But that'll be obviously less than 17 then.
Yes. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense for us to do that. So the question was, do we have the ability to order it? The money's not going out until June of 26.
We've done that before.
We have, I think, as far as the capital purchases, I think we were okay with those and the funding, as we talked about before. We've done it in the past, especially to save us money. That's a substantial enough money that it would make sense to do, but
Your 130 you have in there, I got a note written on here that is with the service contract. So is that 130 assuming the life pack and the contract? Is that what we were hoping that was going to be the?
That's what we were hoping, yeah.
Full number?
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't know how many years of the service contract. When we purchase the units, we get 1 year.
Right.
So we should be able to get at least a couple additional years out of that 130,000. I'm hoping at least a couple of years.
Okay.
Because it was, what, 6,000,
yeah.
4,000 a piece, or 4,000 for the 2 life packs
And then 2,000 for the stair chairs.
per year.
So do you think these numbers that are back from April or May for like the power load and the pro power, which comes to about 20 grand, would that be pretty accurate then, or
Service contract wise?
service contract wise?
Yeah, minus this year, this
Yeah,
next
we
year,
won't have
minus
it,
the
but-
light pack and the stair chair, so you would take $6,000 off of that.
Okay.
And we can hold it until Monday, I just wanted to put it on your guys' radar and get some sort of idea if it was a
Yeah.
possibility.
We're gonna have to do a resolution at some point, but I think we've authorized it through finance to move ahead with it so we don't lose the pricing.
Right.
So,
Does that narrow down if it's 1, 2, 3, 5 years after that, once we have
Be nice to square it up, have everything expired at the same time.
and I don't know if we can do a tiered thing, you know, as they drop off a warranty that a certain price kicks in after that, and we can lock it in now.
We can
They would
definitely
do
ask
that.
them, see if they can work something out as far as
Yeah.
that goes.
Rather lock it in beforehand, because, you know, none of that stuff gets any cheaper, but.
No, and that is what they explained to us, they can't guarantee it year by year, so
Right.
the 3 year is gonna be at the 25 year.
Okay. So it would be the lift chairs and
Life packs.
the life packs. Same vendor. Motion to proceed with that.
Yeah, I will make a motion to have the fire department order with delivery and payment in 2026, the life packs and the stair chairs, as well as get us better information on the service contract.
Cool, second. Motion by Wire, second by Cool. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. General discussion on the budget. We have yet to address the clerk treasurer's operation budget. If we want to bring that up. Lana, did you get this all? Looks like it changed today. I was looking at it this morning.
Yeah, I
So it
just had some
looks like it
updates on like our shared revenue, which went up slightly, which is good. Adjusted what we have as an estimate for the levy amount, because some of it changed with other departments, so that's one of the updates that I did.
What's your band total? I got two for some strange reason.
What's that?
Is it the one at 330?
Yep.
198? 193, 95, 240?
Yep.
Okay, this was the other one, so I can throw this one away.
Yeah, I was doing the updates.
That's fine, thank you.
Some state aid went up a couple thousand, which is good. But other than that, you can go through, ask questions. Pretty much the overall, our budget, we try very hard to keep it at where it was last year, even with some of the decreases in the levy part. So one thing to point out is the election maintenance. That's where I put it under. Required, it says required to get, purchase 2 new machines. And does the county pay for half?
Yes, so it'll be about $7,000 for both our half of the 2 machines.
Were there any vendors at your conference you could get a good deal on?
It's the same vendor.
Same
It's,
vendor.
yeah. Yes, and it's,
Monopoly.
county used to pay all of it, but they can't afford to anymore, they said, so.
Yeah, now we have to
Is that
afford it.
under election? Is that what
Yeah,
they call it?
yeah, so that was one of the changes. What else? Other than that, it really, the only thing that's still open yet, and hopefully I'll have it soon, is the insurance numbers for the liability. Just got some stuff this week from some of the departments, so that was sent on that, so just kind of left that roughly where it was at. It's not completely built out yet, but I don't know, one of the questions we have, economic development, I put 6,000 in there I didn't know if you needed us to still do that.
Isn't this what we paid?
Is that, yeah.
Is that Thrive or whatever?
That's Thrive,
Okay,
right.
so that was,
That's, yeah, they haven't, I haven't seen anything, Jeannie, have they talked about any increases to, so I think it goes by, it's a dollar figure per population.
Population.
Yeah. So that should be good, yeah.
Yeah, and the clerk's wages per certain portion go to TID, so that's pretty there. As you can see on some of the salary part, I did put some notes for you guys to talk about. And, yeah, so other than that,
That was hammered, did we move some of that back into the budget now?
We've not had that discussion to move it, otherwise it's still in TID. Yeah.
so, yeah, other than that, insurance is updated correctly, retirement, all those things. So yeah, not any really, the only surprise is the election equipment. Nothing major, the Humane Society contract remained the same. So,
Yeah, we did get that early for a change. We should get that late.
One adjustment I may need to do a little bit is the government garbage billing. I left that the same as the current budget, but we're already over that, so I do have to make an adjustment to that one. And that's on page 7, but it's 515190903.
That should be,
I
that
just
should
noticed
balance
that.
out, right? Or do we need to?
It should balance out, but every year we have, I don't remember what the percentage is, it does go up. And then we always have to make sure what we're having Barry put on our bills, because we usually have a buffer in there to cover some of those adjustments, but depending on how much it goes up, we may have to look at it if we have to do any adjustments.
We do have that on the fee schedule to look at.
Okay.
Yeah, because we put quite a few new numbers in the fee schedule.
Okay.
So we'll have to.
When will we look at that? Will we do that before year end then?
Definitely.
Do we know if we're paying diesel charge for that?
Yes.
Fuel and upper?
Yes.
Go figure.
Where's the line item that utilities charges us for the billing? That's not that number, right?
No, that's the number.
That is the number from them? So how does that go up?
I just probably because this is the way the number last year.
So this isn't the garbage contract, that's under Chad's.
Right.
This is from what the utility charges us to do our billing. Got it. Okay.
Assessment of property professional fees.
We still have that contract with,
So there's
I'm sorry.
no impact next year?
the contract for with Associated Appraiser. Did we have a contract that we have to pay so much?
We've always had
per
something
year?
in there every year, and no,
Is that-
next
is
year's
that-
nothing.
Do we have to?
That's a good question.
5153-234. We budgeted this past year for 23,880 and 0 going into 26.
We spread it over 3 years with them, so we could do the
Reval.
So we
yeah,
should
so
have-
they
Reval's done.
sections. Right, but we're paying for it over the next few years. We didn't
Yes.
pay for it right up front. They let us pay for it over the
Yeah, that was next
year.
past 2 eyes. So it should be that 23 that was in the current
880.
budget from last year, the 23,880.
I think so, but can you correct the folder?
Yeah, because we have that, yeah. That should be.
Two of us
Should be,
missed it.
yeah.
Okay, we were flat till we.
Yeah, until that.
I blew it out of the water.
Yikes, I was happy with that until then. Well, it'll be shaving. I really am hoping that the insurances go down liability and that type of thing because we made some changes. So, yeah, so that may offset, but I don't know that yet. So, and then we have the 35,000 in the contingency in the budget.
There's nothing in our insurance costs as far as that goes for like all the utility upgrades and that kind of stuff, right? That's all separate.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gotta be, we build up for it. You're talking about the R&R?
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll be in the budget.
Yeah, that'll be in theirs.
We upped the fees, like the professional or the lawyer fees, or were you keeping that in the TIDs?
I was doing that in the TIDs,
Okay.
and then I just kind of matched, just because of the, we have TID 2 and that type of thing, I increased that. And that will help us also with certain things too, for the levy. Yeah.
It's 19,000 for 26.
Yeah, I mean, I can go, certainly go through it again and see if we can, I don't want to cut training budgets, I don't like to do that. It didn't help with the new equipment.
Right.
Of course, that added $8,000 right there.
Well, we took 20,000 out of the budget last year.
Yes. But I can try to rework this, of course, but most of the stuff is gonna stay the same. Again, luckily, we got a little bit more money from the shared revenue.
well, it's already burnt up, so it doesn't make any difference.
But a lot
We
of,
get more, we're
some,
still gonna be short.
some of the impact is the, the operator's license are every other year, so right now we're at
Yeah.
31, and so we budget 1,000. So. We'll go through it again. I talked to,
More building permits.
yeah.
Well, I'll work on that. I'm working on
I don't know where I can cut, but certainly I left the investment interest the same, because I still think it'll be, we're gonna be over it this year, so I think we'll be fine, leaving it where it's at. So,
it. Yeah, what are we selling for $25? Sales of material? and
I don't know,
supplies?
it's always been in there, so I keep it in there, but I think it's like if Chad sells some,
Oh, if I sell some equipment or something?
yeah, or like that patch stuff.
Oh, coal patch?
Yeah.
To the-
Yeah,
to the township?
yeah, I think that's some of it, to, like you've sold to like individuals or something, but.
We want our $25.
Yeah.
Salt sand.
Something. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I can re-examine all this, send it back over to you guys if you want, but I'll try to get down some things if I can.
Unless anybody else sees something that is glaringly out of whack, I don't see anything. Doesn't look like I'm gonna get my new chair next year, so.
No, I'm thinking,
Not anymore.
We can look at some cushions, Charlie. We'll start baby steps.
Just wear a back brace, that's fine.
fortunately, I'm mad at myself in this then.
Any other questions over there?
No, I don't.
Okay. We'll get the next.
Anything else that we should look at along before we move on?
I don't think so, I mean, I tried to do all the updates based on that, so my view should be updated. We did get our state aid highway went down, but that was due to the LRIP stuff, so that is the only thing, which that's not great, but.
Well, then you're still gonna be looking into all the details on that, just to make
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, yeah.
Baker Tilly said the same thing, that we just gotta make sure that, you didn't even know you were doing it. It's in a Form C or F or whatever the heck.
Yeah, I submit it every year, and,
Right.
but I didn't know that was
That-
linked to it, so.
Yeah, so we'll make sure we're
Thought that was the
capturing
right-
everything we can.
Yeah, so they'll reevaluate, that's why I like Baker Tilly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and then we just have really to clean up a few things, and we have the TIDs to go through, and that will be pretty simple.
really pretty simple.
Yeah, so other than that, we're in pretty good shape.
Do we want to make a motion on the budget with that 19,000 upper?
Well, they did have requests on their wages, you didn't discuss that at all.
We did.
No, they had the request in there.
It's all at the 2%.
Yeah.
Is there an additional request that I wasn't aware of?
It's on there. If you look
It's
at
just
the
written in
notes.
there. And what I was talking to her about too, is that we don't have, like, the bottom line total of everything as it is with what we can spend to stay.
Yeah.
And are we close, are we over, because that's the
You can
little game we play at the end.
the specific line items other than that, and revisit, or leave it the way it is. Whatever you would like to do.
Was this the last one we had anyway?
Besides the TIDs.
Which the
And
tips
the
are,
debt,
yeah.
and the debt, which I'm working on because of the financing that we have going on, so. But that one will be easy as well.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I see the notes now.
Yeah, but we have
I
to.
didn't see it before today.
Because I was just working, I was working on everybody else's, sorry.
We need to get the bottom total of everything, so we know, are we over, are we under? There was a smidge of computer aid left that could go towards the road project, so it's less to fund later.
I think that would be probably,
We're gonna
That
have,
might get
Yeah.
eaten up because you missed that 19,000 already.
once we finalize these numbers, we'll have a better idea
Yeah.
of where we have to go for. We probably will be, as we
Nope, I get it.
did want to do, but we may have to dip into some of our undesignated funds to cover possibly, but we'll see once all the numbers come in.
yeah. Nope, that's fine. I think other than that one here, everything else is, the revenues are in there. Pretty straightforward.
Okay.
It's the one thing.
So we can motion all line items except wages and with the addition of that 19,000 upper for the assessor. And we can address that in our next meeting.
And I'll have all the, for you on Monday, so you can review at the fire department with everything. Just kind of a scale where we're at, so that you can see, based on the tentative numbers for the levy. So then we'll kind of get a better idea of where we gotta cut or what we can do.
Or we just wait and look it over next meeting too.
Yeah.
The wages will probably have to go private or to close session.
Because we're in a pretty good spot, so.
Okay? Yea or nay? On approving a portion of it, or should we just forego it until we
I'd rather
finalize it?
approve it as a block
Okay,
Good with
instead of
me?
piecemealing it.
all right.
Sounds good.
Can we get a motion to change that one line item for the assessor, adding that 19,000, so that it's at least
Yes.
Yep.
noted?
Sure. I'll make a motion to include the $19,000 assessor fee in this budget. Whatever that exact.
I'm happy to give it to somebody else for their budget.
It's all
This
the same.
doesn't matter, it all comes out the same.
It's all the same.
A motion and a second, all those in favor say aye.
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 Fix that.
Can you repeat who motioned that in second? Why, Richard?
Richard, and I second it.
Thank you.
Anything else in my view we should look at? Otherwise, I'll move on to the next thing. Okay. Other general discussion, I'm sure everybody's here to discuss insurance, correct?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to preface it that at least we should have a professional, courteous discussion about this. I will apologize for the lack of transparency. Some of this has been discussed since, I would say, June, our June finance meeting. We began talking about insurance and possibly making changes. And we probably didn't do quite a good enough job relaying that to the employees, and I apologize for that. A lot of the department heads were in on those meetings and may or may not have had input at that point, but I think as a committee here, we were looking out what the best interest of the city and the constituents are going to be with insurance going forward. It's a very difficult time for a lot of different cities and municipalities such as ours where growth is limiting our revenue. Everybody wants to have wages. We need to pay for projects, and nobody wants their services cut. So with that said, we can go through and try to get a show of hands what the biggest question is. Is it the deductible amounts and how that's going to be taken? Or is it some other issue?
All right, I can start out with the question I
Yep,
have.
you can.
I understand the HRA portion of it, we're gonna go to that, we're gonna go to the deductible. My question has to do with the HSA.
And I did
My understanding is an employee can go anywhere and get an HSA. They're not limited to what the city does or where they go. It's because that's the employees paying.
It's the employees, yeah.
Right, so
Pre-tax.
they can go to EBC and they fall under, it's more of the flex, where you invest in it, but then it doesn't roll over. So my question is, I'm gonna get these acronyms wrong. ETF offers that in our plan. So my recommendation, at least to the employees, would be use that one, because that one, like all the other ones, it rolls over. You don't lose your money, you invest it, it's yours, it's in there for healthcare. So,
Okay.
is that correct?
That's as far as I know, that's an individual
Correct.
employee's option,
Yes,
not our decision.
correct. That's my understanding too.
Yep, that's the way I understand it, so.
That's what I
Not sure
wanted
what
for
you're asking.
confirmation, that's what I wanted for confirmation today. That
Well,
was the question.
today, well, you were in the emails too,
Mhm.
that I was communicating back with Joy and Kate. The HRA that we're doing, okay, because we have the design, so for the rollovers, due to the IRS restrictions, and I'm getting all the documents for Kate, that it's not compatible. IRS has strict guidelines or regulations on the HSA in combination with the HRA. Okay, so they've told, our advisor said, they can't do it. And I said, what if they went to ETF if they did that? And they said, like, you saw my email, so no, it doesn't matter. It's an IRS regulation with benefit plans.
So you're saying I can't go to another provider and get an HSA?
Well, I mean, it's an IRS restriction, so tax time you may run into some problems, but I am still working on that, so I cannot, I want to get you the valid information in front of you so you can actually see what the IRS code is regarding that.
I know
So I
you-
can't give you that because I've been researching it and talking to people today on it,
Because-
but that's what I was told.
Right, but EBC, the problem that the employees have is that doesn't go over.
Right,
So
that's
why would
the,
we-
that's the FSA, that is the, but that is
Correct, that's-
compatible with the HRA.
Through that company.
It doesn't matter with, and again, I will get you the information, but the HSA and the HRA are not compatible under the program that we have, and we have to do the HRA to design it for the rollovers. Okay, so that's what I've been told. Again, I'm not the IRS, so I'm getting all that information for everyone. And I had said that if HSA was an option, I would just be setting it up through EBC. Apparently, that is not what a few people had wanted, but I'm not gonna have two different programs, it's tough. But if they can individually do that, then that would be
I
their
guess,
decision. But again, it's an IRS thing that you could have an issue with.
right. And I
That's
guess-
what I told.
And I guess
Because
this
it's
is like,
tax-free, they're gonna get their regulations to make sure it's not being abused, obviously.
Yes,
Correct.
so there is some plan restrictions. Now, if you go and open one up and don't tell them you have an HRA, and then at tax time when you do that, I mean,
something illegal, we're
Right.
just asking, I
Yeah.
don't understand that part of it, because,
yes. And I'll get you, I reached out to them, I just didn't have time today to get all that done. I did reach out to them, asking for that information for the employees.
I think it'd be great if you could get in a plan where you can roll it over and allow the employee to contribute whatever they
well,
want.
that's what I'm saying, I know a lot
That's
of people
free.
that have an HSA.
Until I found that out, I was gonna
Yeah.
set one up with EBC, for people to be able to use if that was the case, but I was told that that is not. And I'm certainly not gonna set it up to get everybody in trouble either,
No,
so.
what the question would be is if you can't do it, why wouldn't you set it up with ETF? Can they do it?
Because
Because
we
it's still-
don't- We don't fall under, we're local, not state. I think that's where you have to be a state employee.
Well,
We're not state employees.
We're not
For the HRA.
required to do anything with them, but
Yeah.
they have that option
Correct.
potentially. But again, in talking to them, it didn't matter if you did the HSA at ETF, you did at EBC, there's still the restrictions because of the HRA. It doesn't matter. And if that was the case, and they said, oh yeah, if you go to ETF, I would get that, and I would understand it and would move forward, but that's not what I'm being told. So I want to get confirmation for you guys, so to make sure that you know that that's
So
why.
I guess if we were gonna go to third party, my suggestion was we should have picked one that it did work with.
It's an IRS thing, it wouldn't matter.
Yes.
I'm saying it's not
I
mattering.
understand what you're saying, but I'm also understanding that we have spouses that have it, that run it, and they have HRAs that run with the HSAs, that it rolls over.
If we had.
So I know it's out there, I just don't, I don't know, I'm not an expert on insurance, I learned a lot in the last 2 weeks. I'm just saying, I guess that's what would be beneficial to the employee, because we know we're gonna have expenses coming down the line, and if you could build up into that, it's your own savings account.
I absolutely understand that, I'm not
100%.
debating it, it's just, I'm
100%.
making sure. But the HR we have is
Yeah, I
is
understand. what you
customized
said. I
because
just-
we have to do it with the max rollovers.
That would be our recommendation. That was a concern.
Yeah, and I can't give you the answer today, I'm sorry, but
Well, it's just a concern I
I'm
had.
told
I wanted
no.
to review it, so I
I'm
just
told
asked.
no, so but I want to get you the proof.
Okay. Other questions?
So why are you limiting the amount you roll over in your HRA? And you sit up there and complain there's no money, and the HRA goes directly back to the city. It does not go to the employee when they quit or retire. It goes back into the city's account.
It's not a pay, it's not like wages, it's a benefit.
But you
We're
keep
limited
putting the money in, $3,400 a year,
to cover the
Only to
deductible.
the max.
and
of
if you don't go
5,000.
to the doctor, it rolls and it rolls and it rolls. I quit, you get all my money back. Now you're gonna limit it to whatever you guys decided, so you're cutting your own throat.
Not really, because
No.
once you get to the 5,000, we don't have to keep adding to it.
Yeah, we don't add to it.
That's the
anymore.
point.
So it's only an upfront pay. So if no one goes to the doctor and uses it,
Yep.
you're only paying them one time, but you said you're gonna pay the
But the
deductible
next
every year.
But the next year, it would go up, whatever the difference was, to get to the
16,
5,000.
right?
Yeah.
Whatever the number is.
But if I never go to the doctor
Yep.
and don't use that deductible,
Yep.
I'm not getting paid the next year.
Right, why would we pay that to you?
Cause you gotta pay the next year deductible. I can't, it doesn't roll over, does it?
But
The full amount?
We have to put that money away for whether you use it or not. It doesn't matter, but why would we keep putting more money away for you if you don't use it?
Cause you get it back.
But then
Gets
we're
it
just,
back?
that's a savings
You
account.
guys get it back.
Then it's a savings account, and that's not what it was set up for. It's just set up to cover the deductible, so it wasn't a burden on the employee.
So is it
And
my,
that's the only reason it was set up.
is it my understanding that the deductible, you cannot pay more than 5,000 out of pocket? The way the plan is written?
Yes, that's the max out-of-pocket limit.
Correct.
So the deductible on the plans, you obviously saw, it's like the 16 and
1734.
17 and 34, that's the deductible for the high deductible thing. The city's paying that.
Right.
That's what the HRA is for.
Yeah.
There's a gap between that and that level of 5,000 the first year, obviously.
Right.
The people that don't utilize the services will bank that.
Right.
The next year, they can get to the top level. Yes, they're gonna lose some because they're not gonna use the whole 3,400 or whatever. But you have to also remember your liability is even smaller because your monthly portions that you pay for health insurance now because of a high deductible are almost $100 a month less. So you're pocketing more money on a monthly basis because we went to this insurance plan. So yes, there's going to be some liability on your end. The max is going to be maybe $400 for a family plan that's going to come out of your pocket. But we can't do apples to apples and expect a cheaper premium. That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to make it cheaper for everyone to free up money so we can utilize it to pay other things like wages. This is just one tool. We looked at it 2 years ago to try to save money, and it was a totally different plan. This is not that much different. There's preventive health, everything that you go for your checkups, for your yearly annual stuff is all 100% paid. It doesn't even count to that. And this deductible portion, like I said, the deductible that we're already paying for you goes to that total out-of-pocket limit.
But according to,
Yeah, so I'm just saying, I mean,
what about the ETF website says on the tier one, and the lowest one you're saying, the high deductible, once that deductible is met, then the person is on for 10%.
no, you're reading it wrong.
Yeah, it does.
It says, but
Right
up
on
to
the
the,
website.
up to the limit, the maximum out of pocket.
Yeah, it's up
so
to the
by-
limit.
Once the, out of the deductible's met, it's 10%.
Up to the
Yeah,
5,000.
Then it's 10% until you meet the 5,000 if you're on a family plan.
That's a lot of money.
No, and that's where we need to talk about wages for other benefits, because I think a lot of us came here not for the money, but for the benefits. And so it's hard when the benefits, I mean, and I realize you're in a
Yep.
tough position, but that's, we did not come here for money. When I came here, I did not come here because I was gonna make more money. I actually made less money than I made at my last job.
Yeah.
But I came here because of retirement and, you know, we don't even get vacation for the first year. I mean, that's unheard of in the world. I mean,
Yeah.
people laugh at us.
Yeah.
So our benefits are not getting any better. We're taking, it feels like we're taking the brunt of it as employees.
Show them the math again, what you just told them, that there's.
I wish they could have it on.
And I agree with Gene.
You want to
it is-
So,
We're
so
all
do you have
here
a single
because of the
family?
benefits.
Do you have
not
single or
because of the
family? Single or family?
Family.
So you have family. So the city's you're gonna go to high deductible, you're gonna pay less
I'm
every
paying more.
month.
I'll be paying more. I guess that's my choice, but I will be paying more.
Because of the policy you chose of the.
Yes. But mine will be going up. with the high deductible, plus then I will have the 10% on it. I know, it's on me.
Yeah, and I can't control that. I mean, those are personal choices that we can't think of every option.
I know,
for
but it's
everybody.
hard when you say, we're doing this because we're trying to help you with wages, but you're gonna get 2%, and now you have to pay $1,600 probably, and you're gonna pay more, I'm gonna pay more. My choice, my choice. But it's hard when you don't feel any upside. It's really hard for everybody in this room. I mean, I don't mean to speak for them, but it's hard to see that. And we want to be here. We're here because we want to be here, and that's the people you want to keep.
Okay, well, I think the decision on our part was when we saw the 11% raise in premiums. We thought it was a good time to make a change.
But that 11% premium also affects us.
If we would have stayed the same, it would have been 11% upper for the city and for the employees.
But that's it, you know that number. That number is there. You don't know if you're gonna get hurt or if you're gonna have it, so it's easier for me to say, I'm gonna have to pay $100 more a paycheck, but I don't have that out of pocket, so I'm much more comfortable. I can budget for that
Okay,
with my 2% raise,
if you had a 2% raise.
if I get it.
But it all comes out of the same pot, Gene. So
Raises or
if we pay more for
But I'm not getting
insurance,
either. I'm getting
What are-
2%, which is a given. We're getting 2%.
I'm still, the city's liability is still, instead of here, it's here. It's more.
How much
We
is
pay
this?
more as a city for health coverage because we wanted to stay in the same plan. Where does that money come from?
I don't know, but it's not coming from our
Well-
raises.
This is what we have to decide. We can't just say, I don't know. We have to figure it out.
Right, but I'm just saying, you have to hear what we're saying as employees, that
Right.
there's the only downside. We came here not for the money, I think 100%. It was benefits, and then the benefits go away, and then
Yeah.
we want employees to keep coming in, and it's a great team, it's great people.
And replacing them isn't gonna be easy because they can go anywhere
They can,
else.
they can.
For way more.
Yep,
Do we,
understood that.
do we group, when you're looking for insurance rate, do you group to get a better rate? Or do you go just Jefferson County only? Because you can group and you can get a better rate.
Our tier is based on the county that we're
But you
looking
can
at.
group,
Jefferson.
but you can group and get a better rate. You can go partner with Dane County, you can partner with Dodge, you can partner with Columbia and get a better rate.
Can now.
That I'm
I
not.
mean,
How do we not,
next
how do we
year-
not know, how do we not know this
We don't.
until now? That you
I've
can't
never-
group?
I've never heard
Never heard it.
the grouping at all. Now, I can provide you with Dane County positions, but our tier 1, 88% is for Jefferson.
But you can group to
Well,
get a better rate.
That's never been,
Never heard that.
And then
You would
what's,
think of all the consultants that we've gone through and talked to, that someone would have mentioned that.
yeah, that you can group.
I would certainly look into it.
Because I was asked to bring the question up, ask if they're grouping, because it gets them a better rate.
How much better?
Not for me to figure out. And my next question is,
Well,
how do you,
you're bringing it up, so I'm.
how do you
I'm
plan on
asking if you
replacing
quantify it.
people that leave when the first thing they look at as a new employer looking at the city is a benefit package, and you've cut it?
Really?
How is that
How-
appealing?
how are we
How are we
cutting it?
cutting it? That's confusing to me.
That's confusing to me too, is he's saying
What are we
we're cutting.
You're lowering us from a tier 1 to a tier 4, which is
What?
gonna cost us more money in the long run.
How are we doing that?
And here's what's gonna I can see wind up happening, I know what's gonna happen. The city is gonna say, we'll pay your deductible, and then after the first year, like, well, we can't afford that anymore, now it's on you.
No, don't
I
go
can
down that
100%
road.
see that happening.
No.
We're
And then-
we're
That
not
is
doing
not
what
at all.
ifs.
You've already
Things are gonna
mentioned
get more
what ifs.
expensive every year.
Charles, you already mentioned that it could happen.
We're not doing what
If
ifs.
different council people are here, maybe.
Yeah.
And different council people could be here in 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, and they could change everything.
Right.
So the next question is, how much is this new tier gonna supposedly save?
Well, that's what I'm confused about. Why are we suddenly switching tiers? What does that mean?
Wait, I don't.
The tiers, when
switch.
you have four
It's just a
different
different
options.
program.
Hang on, let's talk, hang on.
It's the
I
lowest
asked
in-
Lana the
Lowest is
question,
tier 1.
so just don't all talk at once. You just said we're switching to a tier 4. That's the first
I
I've
don't
heard of
even,
that.
I've never heard of, there's different
So-
tiers that the insurance is is different companies, but our premiums are based off what they delegate as the tier one. And all we have chose is a different program within that whole realm of, we're at P7, you know, and it was P2 or whatever, but that doesn't, that's a
I guess I
program.
apologize, I misunderstood earlier. So the lowest possible thing in tier one we could get is what we're going to.
There's 4 insurance is offered in tier 1 of the state. We are at number 1, so you're gonna take us from the top all the way down to the bottom.
How are we doing that?
There's 4 options you can take in the tier 1. Traditional is the one we have, that's the top one.
Okay.
And there's 2 more steps you can take, and then there's the high deductible is the 4th the lowest option. That's what they're referring to. You're in the tier 1, but they offer 4 different
Levels.
levels.
Okay.
And this is the bottom level.
But we're not reducing your insurance, that's the way that's what I heard you say, like we're giving you an inferior insurance. The insurance shouldn't be changing, it's just we're changing how we're paying for it. Instead of 100% upfront, we're doing a deductible. That's all we're changing.
Yeah.
No,
We're
we
paying
didn't
for
have
the
to pay people.
deductible.
I guess,
Pardon me?
We didn't have a co-insurance before. That's new.
But
We
that's
never had
what we're
co-insurance.
putting in the money for.
No, you're not
for the
putting in
deductible.
co-insurance, no.
How long is the
Yes.
co-insurance?
You're putting in $3,400. We
Yes.
could be paying up to $5,000. So we're doing
Yeah.
co-insurance once we hit the $3,400.
Yeah.
So we are on the line for $1,600. We weren't in the past.
Yeah,
That's different.
yeah,
Yeah.
that math
Your
is
premium
correct.
should have been lowered roughly $100 a
But-
month
but-
on top of it.
The majority of the people were supposed to be saving. I mean, that was the whole point, is we
Your
were saving
payout
both
is 12%
employees as
lower.
well.
You guys save on this, we don't.
I've
And it
never seen
should.
that, I've never seen that.
Then
Most of
you're-
the programs have gone to 0 out of pocket. Unfortunately, like you're saying, the dean, and I get why you would want to change. I mean, I do understand that. That one
But
went up, but it
everybody
went up
still
a lot
has the
more.
$1,600 in co-insurance.
Yeah,
Everybody.
no, I'm not debating that part.
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
saying
what I'm
that-
debating.
Yeah, okay. A lot of them went down, that they, you don't.
But it's
pay
already
any
been
of it.
approved, right?
Yes,
Okay,
we had to make a decision by
Yesterday.
yesterday.
that sucks.
so let me get this straight. You guys went through 4 months, approved it, and the city,
That
nothing, the
really
bill-
sucks.
employees knew
We
nothing
had all
about it.
these open meetings, nothing was ever
This was
private.
the-
No
this is
information was
new.
put out to
This
the
is all
public
new.
about it.
No,
How
it's
is
not.
this new?
Well, co-insurance I did not know anything about till last week. This is all new. Absolutely
There's no
100%.
says it's a maximum out of pocket.
We thought it was a
how
deductible,
did-
that's it.
I mean, I'm not one of the officers, but how does this work with the whole contract?
Let me see.
It's within tier 1,
Right.
so.
Oh,
My next thing is,
With the state.
if we're trying to save money as a city,
so this was approved
Well,
yesterday?
we're not, it's not so much that we're trying to save money for the
He says
city,
it was
we're trying to save money to give you more money.
it's 100% trying to save money for the city, otherwise you wouldn't be looking at it. Whether, because you're not gonna give it back in wages.
Yeah.
You say you will, but it's not gonna happen. Otherwise, we're gonna have to fight for it in order to get it. My other question is, for saving purposes, you still have the incentive program to not take the insurance, correct?
Correct.
Talking $12,000 and $14,000. How many people are on that?
I don't remember the number.
11.
Yeah.
11? That's $156,000.
Yeah.
You wanna save money and give it back to wages? Get rid of that.
Well, you're gonna make a lot of people
Well,
mad then.
I'd
Ask the
rather give,
people that-
I'm on that.
Yeah,
I'd
me too.
100% give that up and leave our insurance alone.
Well, that's something you all can decide on. If you're all in agreement of that,
Well, decisions are made before we can,
We're not gonna make that decision this year anymore.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
done. I don't even know why we're here.
It sounds like you just made the decision for us, and you're punishing the people
We
who take
made
the
a
insurance
decision
and
for the-
rewarding the ones who don't.
Unfortunately, we had to make a decision for the city. Yes.
Well, in the future, as long as I'm still here, I don't know what it takes to get like an email from the city council of, hey, we're gonna be I honestly, I don't know, this is my first one. But, like I said, it just really sucks that this was decided yesterday and open enrollment started yesterday, right?
So it's Monday.
Monday,
No,
the 6th.
Monday.
Or the first, yeah.
The first at 6.
Monday.
Should've started on the first.
She needed to get it into the ETF by the 1st.
You know, next year, I mean, when those programs come out again, and they see the premiums, and if it changes, we're not tied into that we have to stay, I mean, next year, it may be feasible with the the money that they're putting in the HRA and all those things to go back to that or a different level of that with deductibles or something. I mean, the program's come out earlier now, which is very good. I mean, it's great, so we know. But it doesn't mean this is a lifetime either. I mean,
Right.
you have to know
The
that
budget
we're
is-
gonna look.
The
that they're gonna look.
budget's like Jenga every year. We have to
So it's like,
make exceptions that isn't happy for anybody. It seems like we can never make everybody happy, so.
Right, but I just think.
Communication would help.
I just think, like you said earlier, though, if this would come out in a memo form explaining this 2 months ago, it would take a lot of the anxiety that department heads could get this down to the employees and understand that, you know, even a week ago, I didn't understand the HSA and HRAs, and I think that would really be
I don't
beneficial.
think we had all that information 2 months ago.
What's that?
I don't think we had all the information
You did.
to make a
You
memo
did.
to give to you guys.
You
You
didn't.
still don't have.
You didn't have it. You didn't have it.
Well, we do on the HRA. I mean, that is, we have that. The question is the HSA.
I guess my question, we still don't have the numbers on how everything's actually gonna work out, and open enrollment starts Monday. Are we prepared to lose half of our, I mean, unless I'm not understanding the whole thing, which very well.
What, yeah, what numbers are
But are we-
you interested in finding
For the
out?
insurance purposes overall. Like what it's actually going to save the city supposedly to give back to us supposedly. And again, why 4 months ago in June when this conversation started, why weren't the city employees notified of it?
We've had meetings publicly this
It's been on-
whole time on every.
been on the
But it's
finance-
not passed on to the city
We were
employees.
talking opt-out, we were talking everything.
City
Right?
heads.
Out for weeks.
Correct,
Anytime there's
correct.
a meeting, city heads show up, because that's who's supposed to be here, city heads.
Okay,
Right.
this is a public meeting, everybody.
How is this information put out?
In the agendas.
Where's the
No,
agenda?
it says general.
September 3rd, right?
What's it?
Lana got an email, so September 3rd for an open records request. There were 2 items on that agenda.
I got it.
Police budget, DPW budget. That was it.
Okay.
To find out you were in here till 9:30, having a discussion, and then froze the free opt-out, wasn't even on the agenda. How are we supposed to come to a meeting when it's police and DPW only?
I thought it said general discussion.
Yeah, we-
You can't
we
go
didn't-
back
we didn't-
up
we
once
didn't
you're on the
decide-
bottom.
We didn't decide until the 18th.
Not according to my boss, the next morning. And I filed an open records request,
No.
and it was forwarded to Lana,
I-
and the recorder wasn't turned on that night, supposedly.
Forwarded? I didn't get
I
anything,
had,
but it was.
I asked, we talked about it.
That's my first question.
Oh,
Didn't know anything about it.
I didn't
So
know. I
how,
asked
so,
her if
okay,
she saw it.
so how are you gonna defend yourself when you guys say, come to the meeting, but what's on the agenda is not what's being discussed, when it should have been an adjournment after the PD budget was discussed?
Can't speak to it.
So was there a special meeting last night that decided this?
No, it was decided on the 18th of September at a finance committee meeting, and there was department heads in.
That's the one that went till 9:30 at night.
No, that was
At
September 3rd.
18th meeting, department heads were present.
We didn't know the whole thing, though. No one talked to us
No.
about a co-insurance
The
or
only thing-
anything. We talked about the
Because we didn't
HSA
have that
and how we were funding
information.
it.
We didn't have that
I
information.
know, but you can, how do you approve it when you don't have the information? So we didn't have the information then either.
We did.
So the question was
I
asked.
can't roll it back, Gene, it happened.
That's not what I'm saying, Charlie. I'm just saying, the way I found out was last week, Dennis brought me in a slip and we were looking at it and he's like, this goes up to 5,000. All we ever talked about was 3,400, or 32 or 31 the whole time. There was no talk of anything else. So it's not fair to the employees for not being told about it. I realize you have deadlines, but you still should be. if
We're
you're
almost
taking
out of
benefits.
time here, and I get all your, I mean,
Isn't the number,
personally, I wish I had your insurance, because I pay 80/20, and my
That's not
out-of-pocket's
fair.
over
That's
12
not fair.
grand.
That's not fair. You're
It's
in the
not
private
fair. I
sector.
know
Do
it's
you
not
make
fair to
what
me
we make?
either, but I'm a
Do you make what
taxpayer.
we make here?
I'm a taxpayer
Do
as
you get
well.
bonuses? We don't.
You're
It's
making
not
it.
the same thing, it's not
You're-
apples to apples.
you're not looking at
Charlie.
both pictures.
Sorry, but
And I,
it's not.
and I think on the bottom of that packet, the numbers were updated September 3rd. So to say you didn't have the numbers, I don't think is an accurate statement.
I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll move to adjourn.
Not listening to the employees about it.
All second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. You're adjourned.
I have a motion and a second to approve the meeting minutes of September 4th, 2025. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the same, motion carries. Citizen input and public comment, 3 minutes for anything that's not on the agenda. Seeing none, hearing none. Project oversights and updates.
Project oversights and updates. The project is, mill overlay project is roughly 99% completed, and all they have to do is remove the type 3 barricades and their traffic barrels. The Plum and Henry Street sidewalk connectivity project is like 95% complete. Cartechner has to come back and wedge in some driveways and ground some curb approaches.
Can you remember, would you say the first 99, was that Indian Hills?
Indian Hills.
Okay, thank
That's
you,
all
sorry.
paved, surface is on,
Looks really nice.
you know. Plow driver's gonna have a nice smooth street to plow there. Hendrick Street is moving along pretty well. They brought in a second crew. They'll be finishing up underground this week. Town and Country will be coming in and starting to set the road base. The intersection at East Madison Street and Henry Street will unfortunately stay closed for another weekend.
Oh, is it still closed? Okay.
Cartechner is supposed to be in on Monday to do the grading, Tuesday the paving, and once it's cooled down, they'll open it up. And then that'll be it for closures on 19. They won't have to go back out there. Kinda sucks for residents that didn't want this
Yeah.
at all. I had different options I gave to the DOT. They didn't like my options, they gave me an option with Rude. I said, that won't work, we won't get us somewhere around there, so it sucks, but nothing we can do about it.
No sewer connections and water connections take time.
Yeah, and the problem, the sewer's always all the way on the south side of the street, so they couldn't one lane it, they had to shut the whole road.
Yeah, you wouldn't want one lane next to that big of a hole anyway.
No, but they could have flagged it.
And they had house services that went through there too, so.
Yeah,
There was water source.
even though with all that truck traffic with the paving the other way, you'd have shaken that all in anyway.
They're beating up Pierce Street. But, I mean, that might be a project we're gonna look at sooner than later. But,
Yeah, not a surprise.
Huh?
Not a surprise. The DOT wasn't paving, it'd probably been all right.
Yeah, the truck traffic, if they weren't paving on 94, would be a lot less.
Right, yep, understood.
They're on blacktop plant out of the Waterloo Michael's pit.
No, it's just poor timing.
Mayor, do you want to speak on, to start the logging conversation?
In the future agenda items and announcements.
Okay, all right. So that's all I got. And she's probably gonna be on track to finish up per their schedule.
Yeah, we got time yet for paving.
Yeah, usually they stop paving her the week before, the Friday before
Deer
Thanksgiving.
hunting.
So, and Thanksgiving, yeah. Thanksgiving a week late this year.
How's the entrance into 333? Did that whole issue get resolved? Did that, was something wasn't settling right?
Oh,
The
yeah, that
manhole.
where they had to set the manhole for to get rid of the siphon was inferior soil. They dug it out, they dumped in a bunch of loads of 12-inch breaker to support the load. Seems to be holding, it's not going anywhere.
Okay, so that's all under control then?
Yeah.
And have they leveled that off yet?
No, it still looks like a bomb went off down there.
Okay, all right.
So I think that's all I got. Oh, no, I got one more thing. The town of Portland and the city of Waterloo will be joining together to do some ditch work on Clarkson Road in the vicinity of Lum and Clarkson, and some culvert and ditch work in the vicinity of Hickory in Clarkson.
So do
And I
you,
got that in my, what?
go ahead, finish.
I have that money in my budget. It's like $3,500.
Do you put that out as a DPW post, or the city hall put that out so that people know what's happening? And
Sarah and
banner?
Jean got more followers than I got, so I'll let them post it and then I'll share it.
Okay, sounds good.
I only have like 200 followers on the DPW page.
You gotta up your content game.
Yeah, I gotta boost my content.
When does that work start?
Tentatively Wednesday after school traffic. We will have some flaggers out there.
See, I did some patching on that road too.
Scott's construction came in and overlaid some of the sticky spots that they had and then re-chipped sealed them areas. I don't think it's gonna work, but I was with the salesman, I was trying to talk on behalf of the town of Portland. I told their salesman they're gonna all have to start over, and he didn't take that.
Probably not. Guess we'll see. Must have a warranty.
That was the warranty.
No.
That's all I got, I think. No.
All right. New business. On-call hours for DPW employees.
So I kind of sent you guys something late, of an example that I acquired from
Give
Barry.
me one. They were, oh, she might have picked them up.
Yeah.
She might have picked them up. This is out, she'll give me a copy, I had her printed off the website, or excuse me, the handbook. So it's a matter of having a discussion of how we want this to work and how you want it to read. I mean, the entire handbook has to get some updates, including making sure that we actually have it recorded. So when we make updates, it's gotta have a revision, it's gotta have a date so that they're not floating all over the place. You know, kind of some common sense things we're missing. So I gave you some options, you talked with the guys, so tell me what you want to do.
Well, the handbook states 4 hours paid regular time each day you're on call, and then holidays. Handbook also states that we're only on call, I guess the new updated version says from Labor Day to Memorial Day. I don't feel that that's feasible. I mean, one of these days, you know, we all have young kids except for Travis. I mean, can't expect these guys to sit around and not get compensated for it. So, I guess I want to come up with a solution to have it coverage, on weekend coverage, all year round. And I guess, Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, it's 8 hours a weekend is what we're talking about, correct?
8 hours of overtime?
8 hours of
Time, yeah.
time and a half is what they talked about. When I presented the budget, I presented you guys the 8 hours at straight time the way the handbook reads.
Right,
With a what?
straight time.
The 8 hours a weekend, straight time the way the handbook reads.
Well, the way the handbook reads, I didn't understand that last sentence.
Yeah, so, I guess 4 hours, if we want to read the handbook, 4 hours, time and a half on weekends. Weekend starts the last scheduled work day we need. So whether it's Saturday, or, excuse me, Thursday or Friday, you get paid 8 hours for the weekend, at time and a half.
Even if you're not called in.
If you get called in, the way the handbook reads, you get compensated 2 hours of call and pay. And that would be
At a
coming out
minimum,
of,
yeah.
sorry, that'd be coming out of overtime.
But then you wouldn't necessarily then forego the on-call pay either.
No, that's the way it worked out years past is,
Well, I'm just explaining.
yep,
So the real cost to us, which you don't really have right now.
no, not exactly.
I mean, we'd have to look at what the highest wage earner, 8 hours, time and a half, times 52. Does that seem right? Yep. As a,
$13,511.68.
I think you had about 12,000 in the budget,
11 or 12, yeah.
and so not significantly more. And you have, well, you must have adequate overtime pay budgeted,
Yeah, there's.
because you're already paying that when they come in.
Yeah, and
So,
not all of this is gonna come out as per se, because they, you know, they can change it from their 8 hours of time and a half, they can convert it into comp time, take it as PTO also. So there's a different variable there too.
well, I guess for discussion's sake, I think we do need to polish this up and figure it out
Yes.
and make it right. But I don't know that we'll be able to do all of that here tonight.
I reached out, or had Gene reach out on our clerks list, and what do we get, Gene, like 12 different responses? And there wasn't really nothing good there either, so
Nothing good or just all over the map?
all over the place.
Yeah, it was
Some people
pretty
didn't get
vague
paid,
and
some
like-
people got paid per day, some companies, or municipalities did it weekly. I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just kind of want to stay with like the handbook reads, it's, you know, weekends and holidays.
Outside of the Labor Day, Memorial Day, Labor Day criteria. You wanna
I want to
do it and all year.
Yeah. Because,
Calendar.
you know,
I don't disagree with that.
not that it's a big deal, but, you know, I like to take a vacation in January, in February, you know, and then 1 week, you know, I was gone, but I expect these guys to be here, you know, I'm out,
Yeah.
you know.
I think the on-call pay would be probably limited to one person.
Correct.
That's a question?
Is that one of the two, how?
Well, it'd be a rotation of 3 or 4 of us.
No.
But one at a
One
time.
week.
Oh,
one at a time.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I misheard your question.
No, that's
One on a
fine.
weekend.
Just trying to understand the cost.
Yeah.
The liability here, but,
It'd be 52 weeks, one person on call
right.
at their time and a
And
half.
if two get called in, that's overtime, so that doesn't matter.
That's a totally different story.
That's a different bucket.
we had that winter storm or spring storm or whatever, when the roof went flying off. Chris was on vacation, I called the other guys in, you know, it was all overtime pay.
Right, so that doesn't impact the budget.
No, that's a whole different line.
So the only impact is the 13, whatever that number is.
Correct.
And that, you probably use the highest wage earner, so that it doesn't matter who's on it. Just
Yeah, I
for a
mean, I
budget,
could-
for a budget number.
Yeah, I mean, I could dial it down if we're gonna do 13 weeks, I could do 13 weeks of my wage, Chris's wage, Travis's wage.
We don't need to
I
get
think
into it
it's
that
gonna make
deep.
a whole lot of difference.
That way, if you guys rotate or change or trade, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're getting the maximum potential amount.
The maximum risk,
Yep.
maximum liability, yeah.
But
Yeah.
you're suggesting 8 hours and double time?
Time and a half.
Time and a half.
Versus 4 hours of straight time like the handbook says.
It's the same essentially. If you read the handbook, it's 4 hours straight pay.
Right.
So you're paying me Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's 12 hours. Or you're paying me 8 hours, 4 hours Saturday, 4 hours Sunday at time and a half, I still get my 12.
So it's 4, but why are we paying you on a Friday when Friday's a work
Because
week?
that's what your handbook states.
The handbook needs to get updated, and
Handbook states any day you are put on call, you are compensated.
Okay, but why are we putting you on call on a Friday that's a work week?
Not under 410s, it's not.
Okay, so then that might be another conversation we have to have.
I don't think.
I'm just telling you what the handbook
Well, I'm
states.
just trying to have everything out there because now you're making it time and a half and it's 8 hours and now it's 3 days.
But time at 12 equals time and a half at 8.
Yep.
That's net zero.
Say that one more time?
If you take 12 hours times their wage, straight time, so call it 20 bucks.
Okay,
So take 12 times 20,
okay.
and then you take 30 times 8. Take 30 times 8, it's the same answer.
Correct.
I don't get where I get the 30 times 8. Where'd that come from?
That's time and a half.
20 plus 10 more.
Got it.
If you're using $20, just for math.
Just a number, right?
Simple.
Right. So it should be the same money.
Yep, it's literally a wash.
It's a wash.
Yep.
So if you're not requesting 4 hours for Friday, you're just requesting Saturday, I don't even care.
Right.
Friday or Saturday, Saturday or
Still
Sunday, I don't even
Still
care.
compensated.
It doesn't even matter, right? So if they're just asking for 8 at time and a half, that's equal to 12 at time.
Part of what we have already.
Yep.
in the handbook.
So, I mean, we'll need handbook modifications to put it that way, which we can't do tonight, we'll work on that.
So, I guess I can work with Sarah and we can type something up to implement in here, to come to the next meeting.
Yeah,
Okay.
good. And, yeah, I don't think we can implement this yet, this budget cycle, because it's not in the budget.
No,
Well,
but you're gonna have to make your update to your book by January 1st, or you're gonna have to revert back to the book.
100%, and that's our goal.
Yeah, I'm just
There's just,
pointing it
you
out.
know, right now is just a very poor
No,
time
I
to-
agree. I sit
to
on this-
be
I sit
adding a
the same
bunch
seat.
of stuff, but it's all notes, and it's all stuff that we do. We didn't have a list this long for the handbook. It's pretty ridiculous, but,
Yeah.
so I'll look for a motion to send to finance this reinstating the on-call pay. Because that was taken away at one point,
Yeah, it was a budget cut years ago.
before I was on council.
Yeah, before,
And that's what I couldn't find. It's like, where the hell are the resolutions?
maybe-
Taking it out, putting it back in.
and that could have been
adjusting
the department head talking with the former clerk, or I don't know, it just got taken out of the budget. I wasn't in charge either, all I
Yeah.
was told.
None of us were here
But
for that.
that's all part of the reason why I wanna make sure when we're doing these updates, that there's resolutions and numbers and dates.
Absolutely.
Cause I don't know when this ever changed either.
Possibly will second.
No, I didn't even make a motion, I was
I
looking
thought
for,
you
I was looking for a
She was
motion.
battling.
Well, I'm gonna
I
second.
will make that motion, send it to finance.
Okay.
And we'll start working on some verbiage.
Yeah, if you and staff can put together the language,
Yep. Okay, perfect, thank you.
typical red line
With math.
Yeah, I
for
think
the
we have
handbook
any
stuff.
priorities that next meeting we can hopefully approve this. I think 4 weeks should be
So it's going
sufficient
to
time.
finance or it's coming back here? I'm trying to understand.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it would go
Oh,
to
yeah.
finance first,
Yeah.
because finance will meet before we meet again.
finance, then back to you, you guys want it to come back to you?
I
and
don't
back to
even,
council? just wanna.
I don't think we need to see
No,
it.
I don't think
No,
we need to see it.
I think I
We just
think
need to
everybody's
written
good with
correctly.
the adjustments that we're making.
And
So,
we can edit it at finance and hand it to council.
But do
Two.
you have a recommendation to match what he just said?
Yep, that was a motion.
Okay, that's all I wanted to
Right.
clarify.
I can, well, we haven't voted yet, so we can amend our motion.
I just wanted to
here.
make sure what, just like Jeannie was trying to write it down, just making sure we understand what the motion is. So we're changing the handbook to
We're
be.
gonna prepare an edit to the handbook
Yep.
to reinstate on-call pay at 8 hours a weekend at the overtime rate, time and a half rate,
At 8 hours a weekend.
at time and a half rate.
Okay.
52 weeks.
For 52
Yep,
weeks.
yep, and extended year,
Okay.
instead of
Yeah,
just,
thank you, that was the other thing.
instead of just a summer, you're right. So, I'll repeat the motion. I have a motion from Austin Cool to reinstate on-call pay at 8 hours a weekend, at time and a half pay, and change the dates in the handbook to be all year instead of over the summer. Correct.
That's why I never understood why was that strange time frame.
I don't know, because the one handbook says it's year-round and the department
Yeah,
head-
it's-
I point my finger and tell Travis, you're on call, or Chris, you're on call, or.
Honestly,
You guys leave and
it's,
I'll be around, you know.
it's irrelevant,
Right.
and we're going forward.
Yeah.
It should be.
Yes, sir.
Is there a requirement to take the on-call?
Is it mandatory, you mean?
Is it mandatory that that
Take an on-call?
Take call?
Why wouldn't they?
I'm just saying, if they don't have to, why would they?
Do we need to put that word in, is that what you're trying to say?
Do we need to include mandatory
Asking the question,
on-call pay?
Right.
just because you put the pay out there
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean that someone's gonna sign up. Same with the fire department.
Employees shall be on standby / emergency status if the employee is instructed verbally or in writing by his or her supervisor to continuously be available to support work during off-duty period.
Where's that
Where's that
from?
written?
6-5, section 8.
So the city handbook?
Is.
So the department head's the one that's divvying out when they're on call.
So we leave it up to.
Well,
the-
I think what would happen is a calendar would be made, and they would sign up for the weekends, and then Chad would fill in with who's, should be in rotation maybe.
Or the rotation, right?
Yeah, like for rotation, like.
Yeah, but you could also trade,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
if that's in your own accord. We're not gonna mandate that.
I guess I didn't see that policy, but I guess I didn't read it close. What's your response time? Because I think a half hour is a little bit ridiculous. I think it needs to go to an hour. Once you receive your phone call, you have an hour to report.
What's utility?
Wasn't it?
What's
But it
utility
did say
response time?
30
30 minutes for the
minutes.
utility, I
Yeah,
don't know why
but
we
no
changed
later
it.
than 30 minutes.
Is travel time an issue, or
Well-
just, what's your concern?
Well, so I'm on call, but I'm stuck to my house, right? Theoretically,
Or within 30 minutes of the city.
Right,
Yeah,
we just need to be within.
30 minutes with the city.
correct, but I can't leave Columbus. I can go to Fall River maybe, but I'm stuck
Correct.
in
I think that's
Columbus.
the point where you're getting paid for
Right.
True.
on call.
I mean, I don't like, in Middleton, we got 30-minute response time too. I don't like an hour, but I could,
45 minutes.
I could go 45. I would be amenable to that. Part of the problem is what's the emergency?
Well,
And
and
how
I
bad, how
I
bad
think-
does the help need to get there? How quickly?
Correct, and I think if someone's on call and they're pushing the 45-minute mark, they can call the other person and say, hey, go take this for me. They need someone in there right away.
Well, if you're just on call and you can call one of your coworkers and, hey, you wanna cover this call in? And they can get the overtime. I don't think that matters to me. It's not my business. So long as someone takes the hours.
I think we can handle that internally if we go like this.
Yeah, I don't wanna write all that down.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
just looking for clarification.
no, understood. I wanna give all the clarification I can get.
Right. If it's an emergency, 45 minutes could be awful compared to 30 minutes.
It depends on what the emergency is.
Correct.
But now, put it on the flip side, right? Say it's a blizzard and I'm on call, and I gotta come down 89. I ain't making the half hour, probably not gonna make the 45 minutes.
Drop the plow, and then you're probably going
Well,
to
I mean,
He's
there's
not taking the truck home.
I don't think you're gonna be a real stickler for that, you're gonna do like situation by situation.
And in the wintertime,
There's times that.
wintertime, odds are I'm gonna look at the schedule or look at the radar and be like, okay, you know, we're working, all four of us are working Saturday from 2 AM until the time it's over.
I think this is just basically saying, if you're the one that's on call, don't go to the Dells, don't go to Milwaukee. You know, if it, and especially if it's just a certain time frame on top of it.
Yep.
Doesn't mean at 6 o'clock you can't take off, or whatever the case may be.
Well, I tell you what, I think why don't you guys edit it up? What you wanna see, and we'll approve it or not.
We can write it, we can talk about it, type it up, and I'll send it out to the three of you.
Yeah.
Via email. And
But you can't.
But we can't respond all.
Right,
so-
We can't.
No, I was just gonna say that, you can't all respond in the same email,
Right.
I'll send 3 different ones out, and you can correspond with me.
You can send it a group, that's fine. We just can't respond all. We can't reply all.
But don't you just want that to come back here then versus?
Yeah, we do.
Direct to finance?
We do.
Okay.
Yeah, I think-
But we can also say, yeah, that's not what we meant, if they don't get it written up
To
well
work
enough.
out the details is one thing, to work out the budget numbers is something else.
The budget number's pretty much in there.
You have something listed in there, but I don't know, Chad, if that's exactly what you want.
12,000.
No, you guys-
He was a little short, so he's gonna have to increase that by
I think you guys-
$2,000.
You guys cut it in half on me, but I'll look at it tomorrow.
Look at it, get it to Lana, so
Did we?
that she can get it entered, okay?
I'm pretty sure, I'll have to look at it,
Yeah, I do.
because she had made some changes and stuff, I'll have to look at it, I think
Yeah.
it's not in tomorrow.
I've seen far too many numbers
Yeah.
to say yes or no on it.
Just make sure she sees it, and then I'll come to finance,
Yep, okay,
okay?
All right.
we get it.
So I have a motion and a second to modify the handbook for on-call hours. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, the same? Motion
So,
carries.
is it going to finance then, or is it coming back to you guys? Because the first motion
It's
had
going to
for finance.
finance first, because we gotta deal with the budget part of it.
Yep.
So we gotta deal with the money part of it.
But then you want it back to public works?
Back to Public Works afterwards
Got it, thank you.
to finish the details. And only because finance is first.
I got 2 minutes for it.
Got it.
All right.
Agenda items and announcements.
Yep, future items, agenda items and
That's
announcements.
me. All right, Chad and I got 2 things. So I'm just letting you guys know, I attended the Elbert meeting on Tuesday. The city of Waterloo is getting $19,924 that we can put that towards North Van Buren Street. That is called an entitlement, and it is basically mandatory spending, use it or lose it kind of thing. The next thing then that I will be putting through is working out discretionary and supplemental grants for South Van Buren Street
Okay.
for 2027. And that can be anywhere from a 50% grant up to a 90% grant. So that is good, because originally we were talking about with Mitch that maybe we'll go up for a grant for North Monroe and don't worry about it. But it's such a minor thing that for us to come up with $150,000 to fix that road,
North Van Buren.
I'm sorry, North Van Buren, because it's just mill and overlay.
Right.
That's minor. We want these things because that's what they look at, is the big projects.
Sure.
So this would cover storm sewer and all that good stuff. And
Right.
Van Buren is huge. Then we talk cherry trees.
So, yeah, so we own a tract of land behind the Indian Hill subdivision, it's all full of old growth, cherry trees, oak trees. And it was brought up years ago to possibly log that off. Chris and I took a tour the other day, there is still a number of old growth cherries and oaks and stuff down there. We're just wondering if we wanna pursue that or just leave the trees stand. I can call some lumber companies, see what they say, or,
I think it merits investigation.
okay.
Have an arborist come out and assess the value, or potential value.
Yeah, and both, I looked up Weekly Logging Company, they're out of, well, someplace up north, and Olson Logging Company out of Monroe. Neither one of them said they'd give free quotes, so I'm gonna have to give a couple phone calls and see what's up. Both of them said they paid for hardwoods and that kind of stuff, so.
Okay.
So I'll look into that.
Sounds good.
Austin Cole make a motion to adjourn.
That's what I was thinking.
Motion is second to adjourn, all in favor, aye? Carries. Meeting's adjourned.
Not my best day. How's your baby?
Yeah. Feel like a Monday?
It's just so real. Not a good day. How are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? I'm not sure if I'm so white.
This side.
This position, you gotta do that.
She's sleeping pretty
Yeah.
Is she?
Oh, okay. Besides last
Oh my.
she'll sleep for 4
Besides.
hours at a crack.
Okay.
It's saying an hour and a half on that one yet, so.
So this Friday we're talking about. Yeah. You're, that's
When I came to talk about that show, we're just hoping she doesn't start getting those days on shift. Remember the show I had on?
Oh, my girlfriend, Lena?
Oh, Lena.
Yeah. How long have you guys been together? I'm with Lena, Kat, and Barry.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I don't know. May
He walked in
22nd
and
is
walked
the
out.
anniversary birthday. We're all starting to get
No, it's crazy that in December it'll be 9 years since I graduated Leadwater.
I just celebrated my 10th year reunion.
No,
at
I
high
have some
school.
starters.
Nice. We were gonna have a 10-year one, but it was canceled because of the pandemic lockdown. So I graduated in 2010.
It did not just, I know you talked about it.
Hopefully we get a 20-year one by this.
Okay, okay.
We had another employee started with us.
Who? What's her name? Alright.
See you Saturday.
Still better.
Yo,
Alright.
you know what you should have? It doesn't go. No, it doesn't go.
Good idea.
So that was a fun, that was so perfect. 42
Camera one was bothering me for a little bit now.
So school board next Wednesday?
Yep. Some servers? Well, just, huh?
It's nice and cool.
No, you're not, no, I did not.
Does that mean we haven't done?
Oh, the lines where we have all of those squigglies off, we want him to, remember, we were
Just square it off.
Yes, yeah, to square it off.
Okay, so
That's
you
what it
haven't
was.
sent it.
And I only saw the last.
No, because we were doing something with Mitch, Mitch was gonna do something first. I thought she was gonna look at it first.
Okay, I'll call it.
I'm pretty sure, I feel like that is something I was gonna try it.
I'll call it tomorrow.
Sign you.
All right, we will call the council meeting to order. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. Cummings here.
Sakul here.
Charles will here.
Griffin here.
Thomas here.
We're here.
How's mine here?
Game's all here. Minutes approval of September 18th. Any corrections?
Cummings will make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from September 18th, 2025.
Griffin will second.
Motion by Cummings, second by Griffin to approve the meeting minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I'll abstain.
Okay. Motion carried. Citizen input? No? All right. Meeting minute summary since the last council meeting. We got a bunch on here. One of them was missing. It just says the 10-2 finance, which is from tonight, and it is below. Just noting that we have two things for finance. Charlie?
Basically, we discussed budget items in most all of the instances above. And the thing that was on regarding the squad car is below in this agenda.
Thank you. Planning Commission, that was me. That too has several of those items below, and I will talk about that then. Library?
Yep, we discussed the 2026 budget, a couple of the policies, and yeah, it was a lot of around the budget, so.
Okay, thank you. Public health and safety.
Oh, that's me,
that is you.
that's me again.
I'm still looking at you for that.
Here we go.
Here we go, what do you got?
Just joking. Yes, so we discussed the massage parlor ordinance. We are putting together and will have revised for our next meeting.
Okay.
To bring to council. And then the recreational vehicles ordinance, we denied that request to have it changed with the utility vehicle. And then for future agenda items, we are going to put back on to discuss the ordinance that pertains to junk and storage.
Okay.
To review it. So that was pretty
Good.
much
Yeah,
what
that
we
was a
discussed.
kind of lengthy one.
Yep.
Yeah. Great, thank you.
Mhm.
Public Works, Richard?
We discussed changing the handbook for the on-call pay for DPW, which will be coming to finance and council at a later date.
Great, thank you. All right, new business, we are approving new Parks Commission member, but we have it below as a resolution. So we'll talk about it then. All right, recommendations of boards, committees, and commissions. Planning Commission, that is me. All right, so this remnant land, I think we've talked about this for 10,
Over 15.
15 years?
Over
All right.
15. I just-
So, you know, things sometimes don't move as fast as we would like, but we got there. So the first one is Resolution 2539, and Tim very nicely found this document that back in the day, that was actually your land to begin with, or that property's land.
It would have been that property's land.
And then for some reason, the road got changed, I don't know what the deal was, but then all of a sudden it was this goofy little triangle that became city property. And we just mow it and shovel it forever. So we decided to give it back. So Tim is going to accept his back, which is one of the resolutions. The other one is the next portion next to it. But they gone vacation, we can't get a hold of Archie.
He died, and so it's a family.
So it's the family we're dealing with, so we'll talk about 41 next. But they're together, but it's technically on two different pieces of property. So Planning Commission did approve the remnant land to go back to Thomas, and that resolution is in here. And we did talk about the tree, I believe, didn't we talk about the
Trees,
tree?
yes,
Yes.
as part of the resolution.
Okay, so we unanimously approved it, and now it's up to you. If you have any questions, by all means ask.
Wire removed to approve Resolution 2025-39, remnant land given to Thomas, 434 Jackson Street.
Cummings was second.
Motion by Wyatt, second by Cummings to approve 2025-39. Oh, there's no value. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Abstain.
Thank you. Then resolution, the next one, number 41, that one is just informational at this point, so we will leave that until it comes back. And then resolution 2025-42, does everybody have the copy now? Jean, did you give that to anyone else? I thought that's what you thought she sold.
No, that was DPW.
So the resolution just simply, it's the same resolution in your packet, but it's got the details in it that we're missing. So we need to make sure that we had in there what that was. So this happens to be a portion of land, if anybody's familiar with where the Jefferson Street, where the antique mall goes down that street. It's kind of it is a dead end. But oddly enough, they have this road there that went over the water, through the woods, all the way to Washington Street. But there's kind of houses and stuff and garages that are there, so it's really not an easement, you can't use it, you can't do anything with it. So we sent this to the Planning Commission, they reviewed the drawings, making sure it's got the right frontage and all that stuff, and he's going to redo the whole thing into one parcel. So we abandoned it, I think that's the right way to say it.
We're vacating the right of way.
Vacating the right of way, thank you. Because it went nowhere, it was just a piece of property that was there. So now it's going to become his property, And then we'll be seeing drawings and future plans down the road, but this was the first step to allowing him to move forward with his property and on the tax roll.
But the neighbors can still get to their property.
Oh, yeah, this doesn't change anything. I think one or two of them had,
Right.
I think it was just one.
No, it's two.
Was it two properties there?
Well, one residential property and one commercial property. It's the McKay's office that is Antiques Mall, or whatever they got.
Yeah.
And then-
That's the shared road there.
And I can't.
Amy Baumgartner's
Here, but
alley kind of
we're
thing.
only gonna starting at the culvert, or the ditch to the west is what we're vacating, so it's not gonna affect any of the residents or property owners.
Yeah. And they were all here for this meeting too. It was a public hearing, so they all knew what was going on. They were more interested in what was gonna be built,
Yeah.
which we don't have that narrowed down yet. But this doesn't change anything for them, that their life is perfectly normal. Any other questions?
Life will be normal, I'll still plow it like I always did, so it's what
It's just a road we've never updated or fixed or did anything.
it's an unimproved ground road that lies within the city of Waterloo.
I'm familiar with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Been there once or twice?
And so we can look at it one day when needed, but for now, it's functional.
Like,
Thomas, make a motion to approve resolution 2025-42, abandoning or vacating a portion of the public right-of-way between 318 East Polk and 214 and 224 South Washington.
Griffin will second.
Motion by Thomas, second by Griffin to approve resolution 2025-42. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Just one question.
Sure.
In the top part, it says vacation, and it says whereas, it says vacate. Which one is correct?
Either one's fine.
Either one's fine?
Yep,
Okay.
it's synonymous.
Okay, thank you. Resolution 2025-43, appointing Chad Neumaier to the Parks Board. What was her name?
Jamie?
Parker, right?
Jamie Parker.
Yeah, Jamie Parker sold her house and moved out of the city limits, so her term was very short-lived. So, Chad lives in Waterloo, and he attended last night.
He did.
Yeah, he just couldn't vote. So we have a person to fill Jamie's role.
Austin Cool make a motion to approve resolution 2025-43, appointing Chad to the Parks Board.
Cummings will second.
Motion by Austin Cool, second by Cummings to approve Chad Neumaier to the Parks Board. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right, Finance. Charlie, resolution 2025-44.
This resolution is a rescinding of the contract or the approval to purchase a squad car from Kaiser Madison. We ordered it, but they notified us they could not fulfill that request, so we're going back out to bid for the purchase of the squad car for next year. So I will motion to rescind that resolution with 2544.
Thomas will second.
Motion by Charlie Cool, second by Thomas to approve rescinding resolution number 2025-44.
Nope. Resolution 2544 rescinding 2530.
Yes.
Correct. So we're approving resolution 2025-44 of rescinding the third. Correct. Just like it's written. Yes, thank you. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Charlie and Tim.
Charlie and Tim.
Then resolution 2025-45 for a new police car. Charlie?
The Finance Committee recommended deferring this until we receive bids back. Those are not due back before the 17th of this month, so it will come back to a meeting in the future. I will make a motion to defer this resmission.
Austin Cool, second.
Go ahead.
Motion by Charlie, second by Austin Cool to defer resolution 2025-45 until it's ready. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right, resolution 2025-36, old business. This is the county library tax exemption form with the approved dollar amount of $208,000, which is the same as last year.
Did you look at that, and did we do that with the previous?
Yes,
Yeah,
every year we've
ordinances?
done it.
Okay, I just wanted to make
Yep,
sure. Okay.
yep.
Okay. Okay. Cummings will make that motion to approve the resolution 2025-36 county library tax exemption.
Griffin will second.
Motion by Cummings, second by Griffin to approve 2025-36 library exemption form. Roll call.
Cummings, yes.
Austin Cool, yes.
Charles Poole, yes.
Griffin, yes.
Thomas, yes.
Claire, yes.
Oslo, yes.
Motion carried. Future agenda items and announcements. I did bring this up at the DPW. I attended the LRIP meeting on Tuesday. Waterloo's getting just shy of $20,000 because the town of Sumner doesn't ever partake, or very, very rarely, so this pot of money is split up between 3 municipalities. This is our year for the LRIP, and Lana, I believe, is putting that in our budget towards our project next year, which is North Van Buren. And then Mitch and I will be getting together numbers for the supplement and discretionary funds. That is also a part of this. They're always in cycle, just we don't always have a project that actually works. We can't ever combine anything like the highway projects and things like that because it's like considered double dipping. So it has to be a standalone project, and they usually like it to be something longer and in really bad shape, and well, Van Buren Street qualifies. So we got some work to do on that, but we have to get that submitted here in the next month. So Chad and I, I'm sure, will be deeply involved in that conversation. And the grants are anywhere between 50% and 90%. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm also on the committee that helps pick the projects. And they appointed me chair. I'm like, okay, good, I like that. So, anybody else got anything?
Yes. Finance Committee is meeting with the fire department and the townships that they serve on Monday at 7 PM at the fire station, if anyone's interested in attending.
Halloween trick or treat is October 26th. I know we'll be meeting before that, but people are very, like, they don't know about it. And it's posted everywhere, but just so everyone is aware.
It's always the Sunday before
Yep.
Halloween, unless it lands on a weekend or something
Yep.
like that. Beautiful.
Yep, and Spectacular is on that Saturday.
Nice, that'll be a fun weekend.
Yep.
Bring that back up again 2 weeks.
I will.
That'd be good.
I will make sure.
All right. All right.
Austin Cool will make a motion to adjourn.
Cummings will second.
Motion by Austin, Cool, second by Charlie to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Cummings, wasn't it Cummings? Austin, Cool, and Cummings. I, you said Charlie, yeah, I said Charlie.